Welcome everyone. On this video we are going to be creating Google Performance Max ads. Google Performance Max campaigns are a new type of campaign that is created by Google that's going pretty much super famous in pretty much in every vertical, and we are going to be creating Google Performance Max using 2022 best practices, and we are going to be also using adcreative AI during this creation to show you that under 10-15 minutes we can create Google Performance Max campaigns that are going to bring you leads, sales, whatever your conversion is. So let's directly get started. When you're in your Google Ads account, and don't forget that if you're using adcreative AI, Google gives you $500 free ads credit. So your first $500 is pretty much on Google. Actually, it works in a way that you spend $500 and then they provide you $500. But basically, you spend $1,000 in total and just pay $500, which is an amazing deal. So if you sign up to adcreative AI, you automatically get that. Anyway, let's go to the campaigns directly. When you go to your campaigns, what you need to do is just click on that plus sign, which is going to bring you to this creation process. So what we're going to do in our case, sales, and you need to make sure that your Google conversions are set up. If not, you can just go to simply YouTube and write how to set up Google conversions. It's very important because Performance Max does not really work with click optimization. They really just focus on the conversions. But conversions can be whatever you want, so it doesn't just necessarily have to be sales. If in your case, conversion means somebody has to visit your, let's say, your pricing page, you could even optimize your campaigns for that. But in our case, and this campaign is going to be created to advertise adcreative AI as if adcreative AI, let's say, was our client and we were creating these campaigns for them. And sign up conversion is already set up. So let's directly go ahead. The conversion is set up, and on the last setup, the campaign type, I'm going to be selecting Performance Max. And let's say that PMax campaign for adcreative AI. I'm happy with that. Let's go to the next step. I've done some drafts, so it asks me, do you want to continue the draft? No, a new campaign. I'm going to go with $100 a day. Honestly speaking, the way that Performance Max works is that they push these creatives and the headlines and the text you give to pretty much every single network that Google has. It can be YouTube, it can be Gmail, it can be Google search ads, it can be their audience network. So pretty much they push it to everywhere. Try to understand which ones are bringing you the best ones. And on these platforms, which combination of the text and the images performs the best, and they gather all this data, including all Google signals, and then they bring you conversions. That's why I believe that PMax is just a magical campaign type. And that's why one of the reasons that we created adcreative AI, it serves such campaigns in an amazing level that you do not have to spend hours and in some cases days to create this type of ads. Anyway, let's get going. I'm going to go with $100, but honestly speaking, I've seen Performance Max campaigns working as low as $20-30 a day. That definitely depends on your conversion cost per acquisition. So it means that if your conversion is going to, let's say, cost you $100, and if you're spending, let's say, like $25 a day, that's going to bring you every 4 days one conversion. So per month, you're not going to get that much of, or per week, that much of conversions for Google Performance Max to really learn from your campaigns for their machine learning to bring you good results. But on the other hand, let's say that you're selling something that brings you 50 cents per conversion. But in that case, if you're putting around $30 a day, that brings you 60 conversions. That's like almost 2K conversions per month. That's a lot of data for the campaign type to learn from you. But anyway, in my case, I'm going to go with $100 because, like, honestly speaking, our conversion rate is around, cost per acquisition is around $20. So I think we're going to be getting around 5 signups per day, and that would be around 7 to per 7 days. So it's going to be around like 35-40 signups. Even here it says 40 conversions based on your daily budget. But anyway, let's go ahead. So we are usually focusing on United States. So country-wise, I'm going to be United States, but I've seen in many forums that some advertisers are really going a bit broad on the campaign location as well. So I've seen some advertisers going like all countries, but that doesn't really fit because I know that as soon as I do that, Performance Max is going to be getting a lot of clicks, a lot of signals from some countries where clicks are really cheap, and it's going to be really going and focusing on that country. But adcreative AI is a very premium product. On average, people spend around $150 a month. That when we consider that, I know that for many markets that's going to be very expensive, but for advertisers in the US, that's not a lot of money. So let's go with the US. Language wise, you can click on, I mean, you can keep English, or you can just go with pretty much whatever language you're targeting to. So here, if you talk with a Google expert, they're gonna tell you that, yeah, definitely use the first option. This, what this is gonna do is just like dynamic search ads on Google. It's going to be advertising all your pages automatically. I don't like that because I already have Google Analytics, I already test, and I already know that some of my pages conversion rate is absolutely super bad, crazy bad. So I know that I know which pages convert the best, and in this case I'm going to be using the homepage, but we have some landing pages as well. But I think I would be going with the second option and use a specific landing page, or if you know that your homepage, let's say, converts better than your pricing page, I would still be doing that as well. So that's just my experience and what I've seen. Then you can just go and write an asset group, but let's not spend time, let's directly go ahead. So we'll need to do some images and logos, but I want to skip those things, and I want to directly start with the headlines and long descriptions, and then we're going to go and again use adcreative AI to generate those creatives in a matter of minutes. So let's go ahead and directly start creating those, because there's quite a bit of things to do. So again, Performance Max takes a bit of time to create. Why? Because you need to provide like 5 headlines, 5 descriptions, 4 or 5 again long headlines, and then you need to provide 15 different creatives like banners. So it means that if you're using tools like Canva to design your creatives, that's just gonna be taking like probably your weekend to create one campaign. That's gonna be a killer. But if you use tools like adcreative AI, most probably like 10 to 15 minutes we can create something really good. But anyway, let's go ahead. So on adcreative AI, as you know, we have in any feature called text projects. What you can do is that you can directly generate headlines and descriptions for ad types, just like Google Performance Max. So my brand is already selected. It's adcreative AI. So the platform knows what adcreative AI is too, but it's going to be collecting a bit more information from us. So what is the product name? In this case, the brand name is the product name. I want it in English because we're targeting US, and in this case I want headlines, but I'm going to also be doing some descriptions. And the target audience is Google. The reason that it asks target audience is that it kind of slightly changes the language it uses per platform. So if you're going for LinkedIn, you're going to see that it's going to be really using a professional tone. But if you're going to select Facebook, you're going to see that the tone is going to be really, let's say, a bit more friendly compared to LinkedIn. I mean, it doesn't change a lot, but you can see that in many of the things, like many of the text that it generates, the tone is slightly changing. Anyway, adcreative AI is a SaaS platform that allows you to generate ad creatives in a matter of minutes. That's good enough. Target audience, let's say advertisers, because adcreative AI is for advertisers. Let's say this is a test one. And basically what adcreative AI does is that it's going to be using all that information to generate you sales focused texts. So make your ad creatives in minutes with adcreative AI, 53 characters, perfect, love it. I will go back to Google and directly be using that on the actually that could be a really good one on the long headline too, potentially. Let's start that with short description. 53 is perfect. Another 52, the quickest and easiest way to create ad creatives. That's just good. As you can see, I'm not doing any edits at all. Let's say that on the first one, actually, I need to do an edit because I know that on Google doesn't really like ending it with an exclamation mark. So I'm just gonna delete that and take or copy paste as I want. So let's just copy paste just to show you the edit feature as well. And then let's go get the perfect ad creative every time with adcreative AI. That's just good. Let's just use that as well. And then what else can I get? Create stunning adcreative AI ad creatives just in minutes. That's good enough. And adcreative AI, the best way to create ad creatives. That's just pure beautiful descriptions. And then let's go ahead and take some actually feedback from Google. So as you can see, when I click here, there is no feedback coming. But if I go here and if I get adcreative AI URL and put it here, you're gonna see that Google is gonna go on the back. I guess it's asked for an SSL probably, but we do have SSL. So it's gonna go crawl the website, understand what the website does. So when you come here and click here, ideally, yeah, it's gonna bring you some recommendations based on your data. So AI powered ad creatives, love it. Here, start your free trial, ad creative. Let's say start your free trial, and then let's come back here and like get some of them and edit. Make your ad creatives in minutes. I think this could work really well if it was short like that. It's still a bit too long. Make your ad creatives fast. That would work. And then let's go with this one. Get the perfect ad creative. Every time is gonna be too long, so maybe that could work. 27 characters, perfect. And then one last, and let's say and go create stunning ad creatives. And that's 28 characters, which fits perfectly. So our headlines and descriptions are pretty much ready. Now we need some long headlines. And for that, I'm going to be editing the inputs and I'm going to be changing the ad headline to head copy. Honestly, actually, we need to go to here quickly and create this ad creative AI English ad copy. So it's going to be, honestly, it's going to be long. But let's see how that goes. I want to change it slightly. Adcreative AI is a self-service platform that allows you to generate ad creatives in minutes. And the target audience again is advertisers. That is good. So basically this one ideally should bring us longer texts. Not necessarily 260, it could be shorter, longer, but as you can see, it's a bit longer than headlines. So at Creative AI, so here, let me see if there's anything under 90. That's very good. At Creative AI is the quickest and easiest way to create ad creatives that get results. Pure, beautiful text there. And then let's go and we will need to work a bit to make them just a bit less. Adcreative AI is the best perfect platform for busy advertisers who want to generate ad creatives. I guess if I just delete that, that makes it 92, is the perfect app. And that would just bring us, it's not amazing, but I just want to keep this video as short as I can. And let's go find another one that we can make it under 90. Adcreative AI is the perfect solution for busy advertisers. I guess we could give something like this. And by the way, I want to see if Google gives us anything. Not really. I want to write that 7 days free trial, sign up today and get $500 free credits. By the way, if I go back to Adcreative AI and actually give this input about $500 ad credits that we have, most probably it's going to be also giving me good material based on that. But again, let's keep this short. Adcreative AI wants to generate creatives in minutes. Adcreative AI is the perfect tool for any marketeer who needs results. Let's say something like this, 69 characters, that works. And I think the text-wise, we are pretty much good. Call to action, you can do it automated. I like to go with my own call to action. We just need to write our business name as well, and we're almost done. I'm saying we're almost done because we have a tool like Adcreative AI. So far, if we didn't have Adcreative AI, probably someone would definitely take a lot of time doing what I've just done. But we just copy paste, get some information from there and done it like super quickly. And what I'm gonna do right now, actually, for most people is gonna be taking 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, depending on how many ad creatives they want to do. So I've seen a lot of advertisers saying that Performance Max didn't work for them. And usually when I watch their videos or when a client comes and tells me about this, and when I check their campaigns, I see that they had like 2 images or 3 images in there. And why? Because they kind of get like lazy and they don't make those creatives, or they don't have the time, because when you're running your business, like what matters is your business, and it's really hard to sit and come up with 15 different creatives. That's just a lot of time, and you also need to be able to come up with 15 creatives, which is not that possible for everyone. So let's go back. Now we are on the images part. Clearly when I click on images, I'm gonna have a lot of them because Performance Max is something I like, so I'm actually testing a lot for adcreative AI itself. But let's go ahead, go to our creative projects, which is the core feature of adcreative AI, and let's generate actually a project together. So I'm gonna go with the post size. Again, I'm gonna be talking about the project. So adcreative AI is a SaaS platform that allows you to generate ad creatives in minutes. And the target audience, I'm gonna say advertisers. And on the next steps, there's this feature that we brought that I love a lot. It's pretty much like the text projects. When you click there, it's gonna ideally fill up those texts. So actually it's like super fast. I mean, clearly some of them are not gonna fit because this AI doesn't really give you like under 40 or under 50, whatever, but it's gonna give you a lot of material that you can use. So get ad creatives in minutes. So it seems like it couldn't fit it. The easiest way to create ad creatives. So I think I'm gonna get this, delete that, let's say like that. Adcreative AI is the best way to create ad creatives. That's good enough. You know that I like my call to action super precise. Sign up. I could say get 7 days free trial, but let's just keep it that way. And here I'm going to be writing automate creative process. Do I have enough to say your? Perfect. Automate your creative process, easy to perfect. Let's go to the next one. And here, this is the part that I would probably be uploading something super custom since we have graphic designers. But for the sake of this one, let's say, maybe let's say Facebook, and let's see what comes up. Hopefully that's exactly what I was looking for. So I think that could work. Let me see if there's anything interesting here. I think this is gonna work. Again, I would most probably go with something super custom, but I want this video to just be all about like the creation of Performance Max. So what we've done is that we gave all the information to adcreative AI. Right now adcreative AI is generating all that. And basically, as you can see, the creatives are ready. So basically what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be selecting, let's say 5 different creatives. I'm saying let's say, but actually Google is telling us that you need to have 5 creatives ideally, and then these creatives in 3 different sizes, like square format, landscape format, and a vertical format. So 5x3 equals to 15. So that's what I'm gonna do. I really like this design. I think it came out amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download this creative, which is gonna give me the square. And then I'm gonna go ahead and click this, render this image in other sizes. When I do that, adcreative AI generates the same creative in different formats and just shows me, and I can use my credits. And I want a bit the vertical size because Google loves that. And then landscape as well. And basically what we've done is that we have just selected 3 different creatives ready to be used. So we're gonna come here, click on our images. Let's say that you didn't have any of those things. Click on upload. And we are basically going to select those 3 and upload it. And those 3 are gonna be ready. And as you can see, it already selected one ratio, which is because adcreative AI already knows what Google really loves based on size, which is exactly 1.91 to 1. So that's a very specific ratio. It's a landscape ratio like LinkedIn used to use, etc. And the other one is square format, and the other one is, as you can see, the perfect 4:5 ratio. So if you're happy with these things, you can directly go. But as I told you, I just want to show you that now that we are done with that, I'm gonna go and like another design. So I really like this one, and adcreative AI is telling me that based on our AI recommendations, this is gonna perform the best. I mean, clearly the first one is gonna perform better according to adcreative AI. That's why the top 3 are here. I'm gonna download the same one here, and then I'm gonna click on render other sizes. By the way, you can do everything in render other size as well. And I'm gonna get the landscape, and I'm gonna also get the vertical one. And basically, as you can see, I already got six of those creatives, and I think these are the ones, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So I'm not gonna repeat to make this video longer, but ideally you should be uploading 15 creatives. So as you can see, I selected my creatives, they're ready to go. And then let's come back to the logos. When it comes to the logos, to make the video short, I'm not going to go through, but basically you just need to upload your logo and icon in different ways. So we already have a logo, we already have a landscape logo, and I already have an icon as well. So I'm just gonna save these things, and the logos are selected as well. In my case, I'm not gonna be using a video, but if you have a video, you can actually go and use it. And actually I have this video that I have for sales purposes, so I can actually use that video as well. If you do not have a video, what Google is going to do is that it's going to gather your images and your headlines, and it's going to be automatically creating some videos in a slide format, and still kind of come up with some videos, because in some platforms, in some audience networks, videos performs much better than the images, and they're going to be basically testing that as well. They want to test and they want to bring you the best results. So as you can see, it looks beautiful. If I go to display, which I really like, I'm going to be getting some beautiful creatives, beautiful setups ready. So at this point, the only thing missing would be basically going ahead and publishing it. But there is one small tip that I do. You should definitely use a display path. So display path is not this is not where you're sending the traffic. This is where you want the ads to show like. So it's gonna go to adcreative AI, but if I put here 7 days trial, people end up clicking more because they know that actually on the destination there is 7 days free trial. So this is a small trick, but it definitely works well. And one of the last parts that we really need to do is the audience signal. Audience signal is basically telling Google who you want to target. And basically they say that the best practices is to use custom segments and use your data as well. We're going to be using all of them in a nutshell without going too much in detail. But basically, custom segment is something that you can create. For example, let's say that adcreative AI is competing with Canva. Not necessarily we don't do the same things, but let's say that Canva. If I go here and search for Canva, infographic design for Canva, Canva templates, social media Canva templates, for example. I don't know how it became Canva, but so if I like this and if I click, basically it's going to be targeting people who searches stuff like that. Or I can directly go with Canva as well. Or if I want to go and say Google Performance Max, because we are making this video so people actually could find it, Creative AI, it's gonna go and find this type of video, type of searches. So I'm gonna say that Canva and PMax searches, Performance Max searches. So that's gonna be our custom segment, and let's go to our data. So the more we select, the more signals we give to Performance Max. This doesn't necessarily target just those people. Again, you're literally giving as many signals as possible, as many data as possible to Performance Max. And then we can go to interests. For example, we are targeting for advertisers. So let's see if advertise works. I think advertising would just perform the best. Advertising in market, web advertising services. If I search, if I click stuff like that, I'm already almost getting there. The only missing thing is that use custom segments. Actually, we just did. I don't know if we are missing something here. Competitors, if I do like, okay. So we are pretty much ready. I wouldn't play with the demographics unless your product is really like female or male, etc. But to be very transparent, any tracking platform, including Google and Google Analytics, is getting really bad on that because of the privacy, because of iPhone users, Apple users, etc. So I wouldn't really touch that. I would really target everyone. Anyway, platforms really get those signals and understand that this product is for female, and they find only female audience for that. So I'm gonna say that audience number one, just to keep this video, if I were you, I would keep the audience name as detailed as possible, so next time you know exactly what is inside that audience. And if I'm happy with all of this setup, I am pretty much ready to go. I'm not going to be putting any extensions, but extensions are definitely needed, and they actually perform really good results. We have some extensions in there, so there's no need to go through that. And pretty much my campaign is ready. What I need to do at this point is just to click on publish, and the campaign is going to probably be approved in a couple of hours and go live. So again, what did we do? We used adcreative AI for text projects. So our texts were actually generated and we used those things to headlines and descriptions and long headlines. And then one of the hardest things, one of the things that makes Performance Max very hard to create, and it's why, although it's very accessible, it's free to use on Google Ads platform, many businesses don't do it. Which is why if you use adcreative AI and if you create Performance Max for your business, you will most probably going to be getting this edge that your competitors don't have, because your competitors don't have access to tools like adcreative AI, or they don't have in-house graphic designers or marketing agencies that they can work with, which can be quite expensive. So that's going to be it. If you have any questions, you can comment below. I make sure to go over every comment every single week, and I make sure that all of them are answered. So if you have any questions, feel free to write them down. Definitely make sure to give us a thumbs up. That definitely helps us and helps YouTube to understand that there is valuable content in this video, there is work in this video, and it's going to be pushing us to more people so we can get a bit more visibility. And again, if you're watching this video and if you're still not part of adcreative AI, go and sign up. You have 7 days free trial, and when you sign up, you get an email from me. That's an automated email, but if you respond to the email, I automatically get it in my inbox. So if you need more time, if you need to try a bit longer, if you have any problems, or if there is something that really keeps you from becoming a user of adcreative AI, just send me a message. And if this is something in our power, we make sure to make that happen, come back to you, find a solution so that you can use the platform, get that value that I just showed you. Thanks a lot. See you on the next video.